Hey guys, it's me, I for one, and today I'm kinda here with a longer video. It's kinda a lot of things that I want to tell, and I kinda don't want to beat too much around the bush. I haven't made a video in more than a month now, but it's kinda time to do it again, and there's a lot I want to tell you. I kinda had some things happening, and yeah, I don't want to talk too much around it, but if you want to join me, join my guild, or just play with me, just go ahead and click and join the Discord, linked in the description. So anyway, let's get right into this whole story time, because it will be a long video, a very long video. For today's video, just please realize that today's video will be split into a lot of segments basically, but it's all in a chronological order. And let me just tell you, oh boy, does it go downhill later, but you will see, you will find out. Let's not spoil too much ahead of it. So, first things first, the first big side adventure that I went on is Node Wars. I did eventually decide to make my own Node War lines. I made jokes before that I would conquer the world. When I started my whole BDO career about a year ago, I did kind of say, hey, I want to conquer the world. I didn't know what Siege is. I went to Siege now, twice, with my own alliance, and it kind of went as you can expect it to go, especially considering how new I am to this whole game. But yeah, like, it kind of went as expected. It didn't go well. But the alliance that I made went actually pretty nicely. I made an alliance. We had some good times. We had a lot of fights. We had fun fights. I had allies. My guild was pretty strong. We had pretty good signups. People did pretty well. And honestly, I would call this a happy times. We had two strong guilds in our alliance. One guild provided like 30 to 40% of the signups, the other were provided by me. Then we had a third guild that had some good players. So overall, it was a pretty good consolation. And we also took notes 3 times. I also included some footage of it right here, so you can kind of see, hey, yeah, we did do that. We also had someone sign us randomly up to a tier 1 node, where we kind of found out that anyone, not just the lead guild, can sign you up to a tier 1 node war, so that is that. But yeah, like, things like this happen, and actually the tier 1 node was a lot of fun. I kind of want to go back and maybe upload the footage of it, because it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I don't know what my guild thought about it, but it was it was basically RBFing. You run around the tower in a circle and you defend it against 3 guilds, and if you're strong enough, you can do that, and it was pretty fun. But if you're not strong enough, occupation mode fucking sucks. Yeah, it was occupation mode week. But yeah, those were like the happy times, right? And Node Wars were fun. I learned a lot of things, we learned a lot of things, my guild did pretty well, we grew nicely, but there was also the first issue showing. I no longer knew when I could stream. I didn't really have time to do videos, because I got sucked up fully in it. I did Diplo, I managed my guild's recruitment, I managed the BA trials, the scheduling of it, and to this day we did not properly sort out how to do BA trials apart from me scheduling them. We kinda, it was showing cracks, you know, and like I said, we did pretty well, our allies did not necessarily. We had like a whole plan to improve, but it never came to that, because, well, that's kind of where it goes downhill. But before we go to this point, let's first go ahead and actually discuss the other thing that I did. The other thing that I started doing around the same time is I did a lot of AOS, and let me just show you, okay? I did, like, again, AOS after, like, 2 weeks. You can kind of see the dates here. Like, you can see when I used to do a lot of AOS. It was over 200 matches over the course of 2 weeks. That is, like, a good chunk, you know? I went back to it, like, 2-3 weeks later. Yeah, this is, like, 2 weeks later, right? Yeah, this is 2 weeks later. And yeah, like, I was kind of like feeding today, but I'm kind of like getting back into it. Like, I did total dog shit in this match, I did total dog shit here. But the reality is, I was bad to begin with. And to explain how bad it was, I don't know if I still have footage of it. If I do, I will add it in here, but I was scratching the 800 rating. And 800 is, let's just say it's hard to reach. Like, I was down to almost 800. That was bad. Did I go back up? Yes, but it took a lot of effort. And that's kind of what I want to talk about here. I was bad, so the first thing I did is I looked for someone who's a lot better than me, thanks to Bantalo, by the way. If you ever watch the video, you're gonna, like, know that you got called out here, but he helped me a lot to actually learn my class, because I didn't have a setup like this, because my setup before looked something like this. And as you can see, it doesn't reload the hotkeys, but it was all just this one skill. And let's just say I wasn't good. I didn't really look at my skill cooldowns. I didn't look at a lot of things. I was just new. It was my first season playing Mengu, and it was 2 seasons ago that I last time played at all. I only played AOS when I was super new to the game. And I was bad. So what did I do? I learned from someone who's better than me and spent 3 hours in a battle arena trying to get better. Then I spent some hours dueling someone in a battle arena from my guild the whole night through, trying to get better, and the next day, well, surprise, surprise, I was still bad. I was still bad. At least I went back up to a 1000 rating, so I didn't actually go down to the 800 rating. Just remember, it was also when AOS just started. So, did it get better? Yes, but I didn't improve yet. So the next thing I did is, I ran like a few matches, AOS closed, I did another 30 practice matches after it closed, until it closes the practice matches as well. And then I sat down and trained more. So the next day I looked at the footage and tried to see what I do wrong, asked people what I do wrong, and improved. So I did another 100 matches, I did another 100 matches, and eventually I did end up going to 1396. I think it's also somewhere here. Let me check. It must, yeah, you can also see the amount of practice matches. But yeah, I was scratching almost 1400, let's say it this way. Does it make me crazy good? No, but it was not about that for me. Like, I didn't really play AOS before, and I know that I was dog shit. So I just spent a lot of time trying to improve, and it kind of worked out. Do I want to improve more? Yeah, AOS season isn't over yet, and I'm gonna hopefully like get a lot better. But I think that's like a worthwhile side adventure. And I kind of wanted to talk about that as well. So, let me go back to actually using my PvP setup. Since we also have a GVG later, I'm kind of making this video on a hurry, since I'm like late by a week. Well, frankly, I'm late by a month to making videos, but I'm late by a week to making this video in particular. So, yeah, Node Wars sucked up my will to live, and doing 200 matches in 2 weeks in AOS is also kind of killing my will to live and my energy to create things. But this is not where it went downhill just yet, because it only goes downhill from here. Because, remember when I said that we had a stable alliance that we did Node Wars with? Yeah, it kind of fell apart. Our biggest ally left, so we lost 30 to 40% of our signups. Let me like show you Node War history. It used to be a lot better. When I first did Node Wars, it looked something like this. As you can see, this is like a pretty healthy amount. Oh, this is actually a really bad Node War. I want to show something else. Do we have a better one? This is not better. But it went actually well. Like, this is like pretty bad Node Wars actually. Like, I think this is... Yeah, this is Occupation. This was like a really shitty one. This was against Mythic actually. And this is where it started going downhill. Well, what happened? Our biggest ally left, and that resulted in us losing 30 to 40% of our signups, and me sinking deep into a desperate hole to just try and get new allies and try to fill that hole and just keep things going. But I have to be honest here. I did mistakes. I fucked up. Okay, let's be real here. I fucked up. I desperately tried to find new allies at any cost. Like, at any cost, I just tried to find new ones. I desperately tried to get more people into my guild to compensate for the fact that we lost so many people. Well, we didn't lose people in our guild, but we lost people in our alliance, right? Like, we didn't find big allies. I had to have my own guild stem everything at that point. It was bad. And in that regard, we have BA trials on my guild. If you look at the actual guild history, where is it? Here it is. We have requirements for the guild. We ended up lowering our gear score requirement, but we still had the BA trial. We had the activity requirement. And honestly, it went well for the time that it went well, but when this happened, I got desperate, so I started like skipping over BA trials to get people in faster, because I was the only person organizing it, and I simply, between all the things that I did, running Diplo, running my guild, and trying to get people into the alliance to actually properly help, and trying to improve the guilds in my alliance, well, yeah, I should have most likely done things differently, but I didn't, and that's how we ended up here. I stopped doing things that I should have done, as in caring for my own guild and actually trying to get my guild to be better. I desperately tried to keep my alliance going, and it wasn't the smartest thing to do at the end of the day. Because this kind of brings me to the final part of the video. My guild went well, a lot of people either quit the game, don't play it actively, or went to another guild, and my participation went down as well. And is it still okay? Well, last Node War we still had like 11 people taking part, but this is a far cry from the 18 to 20 people that we would have before. And yeah, I kind of fucked up. Not to mention that because I didn't do videos and I completely got sucked into this, our recruitment died. Like, it straight up died. Like, that's maybe the biggest point here. I got so sucked up deep into this that I forgot what originally, like, got people to join me. That's my content, and I kind of got really boring. And yeah, I kind of went on a 1 or 2 week break, I don't even know. In the that kind of like went as expected. So I guess I'm back. Hi guys, it's me, I41. I'm the problem, and I'm hopefully the problem solver as well. But yeah, this is what this video is supposed to be about, and I kind of wanted to make this video. I kind of like postponed it for a week straight because it's sometimes hard to just say that you fucked up, and it's sometimes hard to just have people trust you again. I mean, I guess people still trust me since my guild is still alive, but you get what I mean. It's hard to say that you did mistakes, you know? So, yeah, I'm back, and I hope you'll enjoy the content I'll make. And yeah, I also did a pen Fallen God click. Yeah, I got a Ted Fallen God, by the way. That was on stream. Like, I still streamed like once in a while. I just didn't stream as much as I used to. I didn't make as many videos as I used to. And yeah, I got a Ted Fallen God, tried to do a pen click, and it didn't go. I might make this into a video as well. In general, like, enhance my gear quite a bit. Like, I'm now up to 760. I still haven't done my adventure logs though. So like, yeah. Well, now it's 760 gear score. But yeah, this kinda ends this video, and I hope to see you next time. And I'm gonna make a video on like the actual enhancing session since I was on stream, so that should be like pretty quick. But yeah, that's kind of everything. And I hope to still see you around, and I hope to see you next time. And like, see you guys. Bye.